The feeling that we're wanted to create here is one of safety, enclosure, so that when people arrive, they can feel safe from the big environment out there, relaxed, comfortable, and warm. Well, the brief is to create a holiday house or a retreat in the high country on the land that our client grew up in. We're at the foot of Mount John, which is just by Lake Tekapo. It's a site that can't really be seen from anywhere. He was very keen to respect the land and make the building disappear. So from the outside, the main glazed facade is framed by a concrete portal. And then when you come inside, what you see is a very large, expansive landscape. The long wall is glass, the landscape is horizontal, so there's a connection there. When you're inside, it just feels like you're connected to the landscape. In plan, the building is quite simple. In the middle, there's a kitchen, dining, living space, and that's flanked either side by bedrooms with their own en-suites. We're building in a dark sky stargazing area. There was not allowed to be any light seen from Mount John emitted from the building at all. From a town planning point of view, the council wanted the building to disappear, so building underground was quite an obvious thing to do. Well, our client really liked the idea of using concrete, and that is so suitable for this house because we're getting a really good structure, but it's also a good material in that it absorbs heat, it absorbs coolness. We've not only used the concrete on the outside of the building, between the building and the land, but also inside predominantly for the walls and the ceiling. As it comes out over the deck, it curves up to send you out towards that great landscape. A gesture of softness in a rugged material. The brief originally was for a hangar and a home linked by an underground tunnel. The underground tunnel, we've done the first stage of that, and that's going to be built out of Heinz pipes, big stormwater pipes that you walk through. And so that's where the circle from the rear of the interior comes from. It's the entrance. While the tunnel hasn't been built yet, what our clients have done is the space provided for it has been converted into a bedroom. This environment is quite a harsh environment to build and live in. We're having to design for winter situations like we have now with snow on the ground, minus temperatures, and we're also having to design for the middle of summer where it gets very hot. So we've got an environment of extremes. Because we've built underground, we've planted tussock over top of it, so it's essentially a green roof. But it's a bit more than a standard green roof because there's a lot of soil up above that we're having to hold up as well. So the tussock is what makes it disappear into the landscape. All around the site is tussock. That's the landscape architecture of the building. I think my favourite aspect has to be that the house just disappears. You cannot see it. That was very much part of our client's brief, but also our desire as well to respect the landscape, and the fact that no one knows it here is testament to how successful that's been. We're new subscribers to ArchiPro. We have joined up because we see there being a really good connection with the industry and also an opportunity to expose our work into the world. Well, it's quite an honour to be the Project of the Month. It's also great for our clients to have their projects shared with the world and enjoyed by others.